Ben Reed out here with SourceWater.com. I'm out here in Stanton, Texas, little east of Midland, and I'm at a 1 million barrel frac pit. And you can see right behind me I got a rig going. And the reason I'm out here is because I want to help educate anybody who wants to start making money selling water online. We created an online water marketplace called SourceWater.com for the exact purpose of connecting water buyers and sellers in the market in West Texas, and we want you guys to get online. Now look, if you already have a frac pit like this, you need to log in immediately. It's 100% free for sellers, and sellers never pay commissions, never pay fees, nothing. If you got water to sell, like this frac pit, then you need to get on SourceWater.com right now. It's SourceWater.com, or click the link. Now, if you don't have a frac pit already, or you don't have water wells, I also want to talk about how this all works so that we're on the same page. And what happens is, out in West Texas, the profitability of oil and gas drilling is huge right now. We're seeing fracs from between anywhere from 100,000 barrels up to 2 million barrels. They're doing zipper fracs, laterals are getting longer, stages are increasing. This just means there's a lot more drilling going on. And you can see they need million barrel frac pits to source jobs with people who are on rigs like the one behind me. Now, what happens is, if you already have infrastructure, you know this, and if you don't, you know that you have to drill water wells. And right now in this area, there's different aquifers deep in the ground where they pull the water from. It's this water trap down there, and they're actually going to drill a well, and it's just for water. This isn't for the oil yet. They're just trying to get the water out. Now, you can see here, I'm actually at this frac pit, and you can see there's water behind me being pulled into the pit. That's coming from the water wells that have been drilled. So let's say you don't have a water well yet, but you're thinking about getting in. Before you do anything, go ahead and create a water rights listing on SourceWater.com. And what this will let you do is see if there's a market. The number one thing you want to realize is that it costs kind of a lot of money to drill these wells. We've seen water wells cost anywhere from $100,000 up to $1 million, which sounds crazy if you're hearing this, but I've actually seen water wells that cost that much. But on average, you're looking around $130,000, $170,000, something like that to drill a water well. That's a pretty big investment for somebody who hasn't done it before. So my suggestion is create the water rights listing. And the reason you're doing that is list your land on SourceWater.com, not just the infrastructure you have for water. Now, what that allows you to do is find out if people like them behind us, the oil and gas drillers and operators, to find out if you actually have something that they want. Now, if you do have something they want, they're going to send out a geologist. They're going to find out if you have good access to the aquifer below them, and they're going to help you do the drilling. They're going to hire a water drilling contractor for you. They'll put in probably a pit for you, some storage tanks, as you can see all the way over here, and you're going to be able to get that done for free, and then they're going to lease the water from you. You're going to make a lot of money. We see prices anywhere from 20 cents to $3 per barrel in the Permian, but here's the deal, is that out in this area in Stanton, and Midland and Ector and Howard and all these different Reeves, all these different counties out here, you're going to probably see around 50 cents a barrel. If you want to be competitive, a little less than that. And that's the market right now. But it's going to get more competitive. There's a lot of midstream infrastructure coming in, and so you want to get in while you can get the top dollar for your water. And it's hot right now. Why wouldn't you get involved? So if you don't have it yet, and you're a landowner who's interested in making money, and you're in this area, go on SourceWater.com right now and create a free water listing. You can also call me, 713-909-4664, 713-909-4664. I will answer. It's not going to be one of my employees. I want to talk to you because I want to learn about what you're interested in. Now, what happens is, once they go ahead and they drill the water wells, they're going to create a big pit like this. And you can see it's lined with this rubber-like material that allows them to capture the water. And you can see here, I'm actually going to go right up to this, where this water is coming in. And you can see it's about 8-inch line out here. And it's pulling directly, you can see right here, pulling directly from the ground. And it's coming right all the way in to a frac pit right here. And it's being held in this massive holding pit, which is 1 million barrels. So that's what they do to hold the water. Now, once somebody does a deal with you, they're going to then pull on the other side. I'm going to walk all the way over to show you what these pumps look like. And you're going to see that it's water in and water out. Now, the reason they need these big storage pits is because they have to collect from multiple wells. These wells don't produce enough water. These water wells in the ground that you pulled from the Santa Rosa, that aquifer that pulls most of the water out in this area, it doesn't pull enough water in a single well to supply a frac, a 1 million barrel frac, for example. So they need to put it into a storage pit like this, a frac pit, to be able to have enough water so when they need to go drill and they need a certain amount of water in a given day, they'll have it on hand and ready to go. And so what I'm about to show you right now is there is some pumps on the other side that are actually pulling that water out and are going to be pumping the water all the way over to the rig here, which will be doing the actual hydraulic fracturing and the drilling. So for drilling completions, they need this water. So again, the need is huge out here. You know, as everyone knows, with the oil booming, without water, hydraulic fracturing shuts down. That's the whole point of hydraulic, right? Is that they need water to get this done. And everyone knows out here that nobody wants the industry to shut down because they're making a lot of money. Now, if you don't own the mineral rights under your property, not a big deal. A lot of the people who own the land own the surface rights and they own the water. So if you missed out on the big booms in the past, you haven't made money, well, now's your time to make the money. So if you want to get started, you have a lot of questions. A lot of people ask me, Ben, how do I get started? I don't have a pit yet. I don't have a water well yet. I don't have any of this stuff and I've never done it before. I say, well, you got to create a water rights listing on sourcewater.com so you can start to sell to oil and gas operators. And what that allows them to do, again, is to contact you directly and say, hey, I might be interested, I might not be. There's no risk here because you're just putting up a free listing, 100% free, where you just tell them about your land and your property, and they'll be able to then contact you to potentially do a deal. At that point, they'll be able to set up the infrastructure for you. So now, here you go. This is a big pump right behind me, and you can see there's some big lines going right into the frac pit, and this is pumping the water from the frac pit. And I want to show you again. I'm going to get a little closer here. It's going to pull the water directly from the frac pit, and it's going to go all the way over to a rig, and that's how they get the water. So I want you guys to go to sourcewater.com right now. If you don't have any water assets, water wells, frac pits, infrastructure, pumps, no biggie, create a water rights listing. If you have that, go ahead and create a listing to sell this water, this frac pit, this water source immediately. It's very simple. It asks you for where your location is, how much you want to sell in terms of volume, the price that you want, the water quality that you're trying to sell for, and everything in between. So that's basically it. Thanks a lot, guys.